Hello, and welcome to the video that's going to demonstrate the electronic voting options for the 2012 Nova Scotia municipal and school board elections. In this demonstration, we'll be providing information on how to cast your ballot electronically using the internet or using a telephone. Casting your vote electronically is a relatively straightforward process. You can use any form of the internet. You can use your home or your office PC or a PC at a library. Anywhere you have internet access. You can even use an iPad or an iPhone or a BlackBerry. Basically, any web-enabled device will allow you to connect to the internet you can use to cast your ballot. From a phone point of view, you can use a landline, which most people have at their home, or you can use a mobile or a satellite or a cell phone, anything like that. So basically, you're going to receive your voter information letter in the mail, you're going to connect to the web or use your phone to connect, and basically you're going to be able to cast your ballot. The voter instruction letter that you're going to receive in the mail will be delivered by Canada Post. Once you open the letter, you'll see that there's an 800 number to connect for phone voting and a website that you can use to connect to the voting system from basically anywhere in the world. So you can be anywhere in the world and you can find internet capabilities you can connect into that website. In addition, the 800 number is good at anywhere in continental North America. So you can place your call if you're on vacation down in Florida or California or sunny Mexico. Instructions on how to cast your ballot is going to come in the form of a voter information letter. Basically, every individual on the final list of electors is going to receive a voter information letter in the mail, and it's going to have information on how to cast your ballot, plus it's going to have your electronic voting credentials, basically your PIN number, and you should expect to see that in the mail approximately 5 days before the start of the election period. In this portion of the video, we're going to demonstrate how a voter casts their ballot using the internet portion of the electronic voting system. Once somebody enters the URL or the website for the actual election, they'll be taken to a landing page. In this particular case, we're going to demonstrate the town of New Scotland's municipal election. There's a couple things here that may not be on everybody's landing page when they land there. In this particular case, it's going to have everybody should have a voting period that describes when the start and the end of the electronic voting is. But many of the elections are only being conducted in English. There are some that are in English and French, and at that point in time, you'll be able to select English or French to vote in. If your election is only being conducted in English, you'll basically have a continue button here, which you will press, and then it'll move you forward into the actual voting process. After you've hit the continue button, you're going to see another screen that's going to contain a box with a set of letters and numbers. And basically, if you find it difficult to read them, you can click the box and a new set will be generated. But it's basically designed to allow a human to put in those letters. Another computerized device may have difficulty reading or deciphering them. These ones are fairly easy to read. The ones in the actual voting system will be a little more difficult to actually see. Once you've done that, you can hit the continue button, and then you'll be brought into the main voting screen where credentials are going to be entered in. In most cases, the date of birth and the personal identification number are the two pieces of information that the system will be looking for in order to allow you to validate you as a voter and to allow you into the particular system. In this example, you can see the date, the month, day, and year put in the format that's described there. And the personal identification number is the PIN number that's on your voter instruction letter. Once you've done that, you simply hit the continue button, and it takes you into the portion of the system that identifies you as a voter and says, these are the particular races that are going to be presented to you. If there's an acclamation, information at this point in time will be presented to you that allows you to understand, for example, that the mayor might have been acclaimed, and it'll actually tell you that at this point in time. So in this particular case, we're going to be voting for the mayor, the councillor, and a school board member, and to do that, we simply hit the continue button, and we're presented with the first race. As you can see, the screen is relatively clear. It looks like a ballot, and it functionally performs the exact same way that you would mark a paper ballot. In this particular case, you simply move your mouse next to the candidate of your choice, and you click the mouse button, and an X goes in next to the candidate of your choice. At this point in time, you simply move down and hit the submit button, and the next screen describes to you who you've chosen. At this point in time, you have the option of returning to the ballot and actually making a change to the choice you've already made, or you can actually use the Vote Now button, which is designed to cast your ballot. So at this point in time, this is the final confirmation that says your ballot has been successfully cast, and the recording of that ballot has been documented by the system. And this is analogous to dropping the ballot into the ballot box and in a regular paper-based election. Once you've successfully cast your ballot and the information is confirmed on the screen, you simply hit the Continue button and you're presented with the next race. In this particular race, we're going to be voting for the counselor. Matter of fact, we're going to be voting for 2 counselors out of our list of 4 counselors. So this is what's called a multi-select ballot. As in the last race, you simply move your mouse into the area to the right of the candidate of your choice in the box, and you click your mouse, and it puts an X in that box. As before, we move down and we submit that, and this is the first stage of the confirmation. Once again, we have the opportunity to return to the ballot, or we can actually cast our ballot now. So in this particular case, we're going to drop our ballot into the ballot box, and we get the final confirmation, and the system tells us the information has been recorded for the 2 candidates of our choice. Once again, we hit the Continue button and move on to the next race. The next race happens to be the school board qualification information race. School board elections in Nova Scotia are conducted at the same time as the municipal elections. This screen describes the qualifications to vote in one of the 3 races that may be offered in your particular municipality. Once you've determined your eligibility through reading this information and other information that might have been provided on your voter information letter, you simply continue past this, and then at this point in time, you make your selection, which of the school boards you're eligible to vote in. Once again, selecting the box next to your choice, hitting the Submit button, and being presented with the confirmation screen once again allows you to be presented with the election races for the particular school board that you did select. Once again, a simple click in the box next to your candidate of choice and hitting the Submit button presents you with an option to vote now or return to the ballot once again. In this case, once again, we're just going to cast our ballot. And there's the confirmation that that our ballot has been recorded for our candidate of choice. At this point in time, when we hit the Continue button, we're taken to the end of the voting process, and there's a positive message on here that basically says you have completed your voting, and it's okay to close your browser at this point in time.